not possible.
Hello,
That's
Melanie, and
impossible.
welcome to Joy du Jour. I am here, Melissa Trumble as always, and I am with Carole Filion, a fantastic coach and someone who I respect greatly. And we got started jamming about is it Aristotle, is it Will Durant, whatever, about excellence being a habit. And
Mm,
how like excellence sounds so exclusive and far away, and yet
right.
how can we make ourselves more inclined to be excellent? How do we build these habits? And Carole, because she's real smart, y'all, she was talking about the atomic habits and talking about how that goes, because Carole, as you know, it takes flippity flargon like 3 months to build a habit and approximately a
Mm,
nanosecond to break it. So
absolutely.
let's get to what is it that you mean when you're talking about the small habits? Obviously, you're referring the wonderful book.
Atomic Habits. Yeah, by James Clear. I'm such a huge fan of his. And the way he writes about building new habits is really gives credence to the I think it was W. Clement Stone that had the quote that said that big doors move on small hinges, meaning that if you can stack these habits, little actions every day, because like you said, when we go for excellence, it's so easy to fall out of it because we're swinging for the fences. We go, that's it.
Right.
I'm doing this. I'm going to drop 30 pounds. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Right. And we want to
Well,
go from
and
0 to 60.
yeah, and may I say, rather than say I'm going to drop 30 pounds, breaking it down into a smaller habit of I'm going to get I'm going to walk to the corner every day. I'm going to walk around the block. I'm going to walk for 10 minutes twice a day, or like whatever your goal is. Make it
Yeah,
something you can do, not something you have to be.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
like I want to
Yeah.
be a top 10 podcast. Okay, well, I can find someone to help me with my podcast. I can, make sure I have the proper microphone and some soundproofing in the room. And there's a lot of things that I can do leading up to that. But when you put
Absolutely.
this wall of overwhelm, it's just like, well, yeah, you and everybody else wants that. So
Absolutely. So, the thing that I really liked about what James Clear was writing about was that he said there are four things that'll help you integrate a new habit. And those four things are you need to, first of all, make it obvious. So, where it's easily accessible, you see it, it's in plain sight. So, if, dropping weight is part of the plan, let's say that's the goal, that's a new habit or whatever, well then fine, get rid of the junk food and make what obvious, the apples, the fruits, the veg, they're there, they're all organized, and it's obvious they're there. He talks about making it attractive, what's going to draw you in, and that is, make cooking sexy again.
yeah. Or,
Right.
some people are more abstract and you can hang on to the image of you in the whatever, smaller clothes, or feeling confident that you're at the beach or hiking or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
you know yourself and
Mhm.
know what will really keep on motivating you, because everyone's different.
Yeah.
And what is going to be like pie in the sky, like that doesn't even mean anything to one person.
Yep.
That's just going to resonate with you and send you flying right on the way to
Exactly.
getting your goal.
That's gonna draw you, exactly. That'll be the magnet, right? That's making it attractive for sure. The
Mhm.
third thing he talks about is make it easy so that it becomes a new automatic, right? Just make it easy.
Right, right. Like, you've already got habits,
Yep,
presumably,
yep.
whatever they are.
Mhm.
Do you, I lie in bed when I first wake up, just reveling in the joyousness and wondering what's going to make me laugh so hard this day and who I'm going to help.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can add on to that.
Mhm.
And now I'm going to get ready to go take that walk just to get things,
Ex
started off on the right foot, my shoes. And I'm a huge fan. Talk about breaking it down. Like, let's go back to grade school. put your clothes out the night before.
Right?
It makes a difference. You're tripping over your shoes to get out of the bed. Go ahead and grab them on your way to the loo. And that way you can like brush the teeth, take the meds, get ready.
Whatever. Your shoes are on, you're out the front door. Bye.
Well,
Yeah.
and even if you don't want to go out the front door at that moment, you're ready when you are.
That is correct. That is correct. Yeah, you've just made it easy. Just
Right.
made it easy on yourself. And if it's food, if it's food related, then take an hour on a Sunday night and do your food prep.
Yes, that's huge.
So that you just grab and go, grab and go, grab and go during
I'm
the
a
week.
huge
So
fan. Like, if you would think that I was running some sort of pret-a-manger out of my freezer because it is filled with individually portioned lunches, uh,
beautiful.
sized according to the person. You'll be shocked to know I do not consume as much food as my partner, who is 6'5". I am 5'3", and my lunches are petite compared to his. So, but like by making it easy,
Yes.
he knows he can dive into the freezer. We've got stuff in the fridge.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
like you said, like you've planned it for the week. It's like, this is the week of ground turkey, you know?
Right,
So,
right. That's exactly it. Because what happens when you haven't done the food prep, when you go to the grocery store and you
mm,
don't have a list, have you made it easy on yourself? Hell no. It's like, you know what? Oh, the pizzas are on sale. Awesome.
right. It's so easy. I'm so popular with myself because, yeah,
Right,
okay, well, great. Now you've got a
right.
2,000-calorie bite of food.
Yeah,
What, you're going to have like half a piece and you're going to be happy? That's not going to work
exactly.
for me,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And how aligned is that with your goal?
Right.
Right?
Right.
And how aligned is it with the new habit that you have to instill?
Right,
Right?
and let's go further with the fitness, Carol. Like,
Yeah.
we talk about, setting up the habit for the exercise, and then,
Mm,
okay, great. So you've introduced that successfully for whatever is a manageable amount of time for you. Is it
right.
1 week, 2, a month, a
Mhm,
day? It
mhm.
depends. What you don't wanna do is stack the habits so quickly that you don't have time to get used to them, and then you've got just so many things to do. It's like, "Oh my gosh, I have like a 2-hour morning routine. How in the heck did that happen?"
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
not
Oh,
how
for
I.
sure. Well, the other thing he says too is that people will not rise to the level of their goals. They will fall to the level of their systems. So you
Yes,
want a system, you want to develop a system that you can do on your worst effing day.
gorgeous. Seriously, and especially
That one was the biggest aha for me when I
right.
read that, I went, "Oh man, mic drop on that one." Seriously,
100%,
you know?
there's a million different reasons to have different kinds of bum days.
Yeah.
It could be illness, it
Yep.
could be, a sudden responsibility that just sprang upon you, it can
Mhm.
be, mental health.
Yeah.
There's a lot of days where I'm like, "Yeah, I thought I was gonna do all that. Huh, not
Hmm.
today."
Go figure.
So, I
Yeah.
have a system in place that I've worked ahead enough
Mhm.
that that's okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Oh, for sure. And, I mean, it could be a cold, it could be your back,
Right.
you throw your back out, whatever. Yeah, like you said, it could be a million different things that so, if you have a system that says, well, if nothing else, I can do this one thing,
Yep.
period. And
Mhm.
once I've done that, I can go back to bed if I'm having a mental health day, right? But I'll get up, I'll do that one thing because, and leads to the fourth thing. And that he says, the new habit, make it satisfying. You need that dopamine hit to know
Yes.
that because, we don't wake up one morning and go, oh, look at that, I'm 30 pounds lighter. No, it happened over time. So, what are you doing over time to reward yourself? Is it a checklist? Is it and I mean, for me, there are some things that I'm struggling with and I'm instilling a new habit. And one of the things is I took that example that he had, and that was the paper clips in a jar. So
Tell me about the paper clips in the jar. What is that about?
you fill up one jar with paper clips. He used the example actually that it was a salesperson that had came up with this idea, had a bunch of like 100 paper clips in one jar, and every time he would make a sales call or outreach or whatever, he'd grab a paper clip, put it in the other jar. The goal was to fill the other jar.
Got
And
it.
so whether it be a habit tracker, paper clips in a jar, or a reward of some kind where, all right, when I've done this, then great, I'm on my way to Starbucks or whatever, right? It's
Right, right, whatever it is that works for you,
yeah,
because gamifying, you
mm,
can stand there and be like, "Well, that's dumb, I don't need to do that."
no,
I'm
you
here to say it
yeah,
freaking works,
absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
I know that I have 2 bulletin boards, and I move the Post-its from one to the other.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
so, like, have I made a recording? Oh, good, I get to move that Post-it. Have
Yep.
I done my journaling? Super, move that.
Yeah.
For me, like, I will always have more than one thing to do because at the minimum, I have to take my meds and I have to move my body.
Right.
Period. End of story. Those are my prescriptions
Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
So, that's and I know that, so it's built in.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like any effort because I know exactly when I'm gonna take the walks, when
Mhm.
I'm gonna, like, pop on the elliptical if I can't walk outside, and making it easy and non-negotiable, and then also fun by getting
Yeah.
to move that Post-it from one bulletin board to the other, which I will continue to do until that sucker falls apart.
'Cause gamifying is satisfying.
It really is. It really is. I was really surprised because I was like, "That seems silly," but and then I did it, and I was just like, "Oh, huh, science is sciencing yet again. It works."
Well, it's just the way our brain works, right? I mean,
Yes.
we need that hit. We need that, "Oh, yay. Oh, I got this," right? It doesn't have to and the thing too is that we have a tendency of only celebrating the big wins.
Right. I was just gonna say, if you come from a background like I do,
Mm,
of not having a lot of things celebrated that
mhm.
you did, whether at birthdays or
Yeah.
achievements or, whatever, it feels incredibly artificial.
Yeah.
It just incredibly phony and
Mhm.
inauthentic.
Yeah.
Please, 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 please stick with it, my lovey, because once you build that, man, it's like fireworks in your brain. You're so delighted that you did the thing and you're just like, "Look at me. Oh, yeah." I mean, I sing dumb songs all the time, as if you've listened to anything I do, you know this. But when we get to celebrate ourselves,
Yeah.
first of all, we're putting our subconscious on notice. We're
Mhm.
worth celebration. And
Yes.
secondly, we're motivating ourselves because we get to, dance to the favorite song or like whatever your celebration is.
Exactly, and you wind up looking for more things to celebrate.
Yes. Yes,
You're
yes,
on the
yes.
lookout now. Now your awareness is like, "Ooh, what? Ooh, yeah, I did that too."
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, we're like your Post-its, right? It's like, "Oh, hang on a second. This is a new Post-it because this is a big deal." Sometimes we'll forget, right? It's like, "Oh, no, it's only gotta be up at this level." No, 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 the little ones, they all
Yeah,
add up.
that's
Big doors move on small hinges.
exactly. I function in this world because of a myriad set of habits that I do on
Yeah.
the daily that allow me to clear the riffraff out of my mind and to
Mm,
move forward to continue working on my mission to measurably increase joy in the world.
yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Love it. Love it. Love it so much. Yeah. So those were the things. It came up this morning in a separate discussion, and I thought, you know what? I want to talk about this with Mel because I know she's gonna groove all over this.
Yep. You know it. Thank you so much. What an excellent suggestion. And please follow up with Carol or myself. Carol, if you don't mind, put your contact info in the comments so
Will
people
do.
can reach out. And we'll
Terrific.
do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Ciao.